Okay, we are talking about incomplete records, where we are going to find out profit by making the capital account. For that, you need to know the T form of making the capital account as well as the vertical form to make the capital account. Your capital account always has a credit balance, opening balance on the credit side, that is the same side, and closing balance on the opposite side. Drawings will be recorded on the debit side. If there is any additional capital, it will come on the credit side and you get profit as the balancing figure. Say, for example, your closing capital is 100. Your drawings was 50. You started your business with 10. You brought in any additional capital as 10. Find out the profit for the year. So what do? Is you do the total of the side which is more, where I can clearly see my debit side is more. So I will write this 150 on the debit side and the same on the credit side. So my debit side is made up of my closing capital, and in that I will add my drawings. So my total comes up to closing capital is 100. The drawings is 50. So this total comes up to 150. So that is why I say if I have to prepare the horizontal format, the T, but the same can also be put up in the vertical form. The vertical form starts with CCD. When I say CCD, it means the closing capital. And in the closing capital, what will you add is you will add the drawings. So you have closing capital, add the drawings. From that, you will subtract two things. What are the two things that you will subtract? You will subtract the opening capital and you will subtract the additional capital. So from this 150 that you have got, you will subtract the opening and additional capital. So you are going to get 130, which is your profit, and this becomes your balancing figure. So CCD, that means the closing capital plus drawings, that is 150. I wrote it on both the sides. From this, when I deduct my opening capital and I deduct my additional capital, what I am getting is 130, which is my profit, which is my balancing figure. So minus opening capital, minus additional capital, I will get my profit. Opening capital is 10, additional capital is 10. So I will get my profit, that is 130. This is the balancing figure. Okay. So when I talk about the vertical format of the balance sheet, it is always seen as CCD minus AC or minus OC is equal to P. CCD is closing capital, add drawings. You will get a figure minus additional capital minus opening capital. You will get the profit for the year. Okay. And this is called the statement of profit. Look at the sum over here. You have to prepare a capital account. Opening capital, try to do it yourself. You can pause and do it and then check. Opening capital will come on the debit side, or on the credit side, it will come on the credit side. What will I write? Balance begin down. Drawings will come on the debit side. So what is my drawings? It is 2. Additional capital will always be written as cash bank. On the credit side, it is 1. Closing capital is also given to me. The balance closed down or carried down is 12. I find the profit as my balancing figure. So the total of the debit is 14. From the 14, I am deducting opening capital and additional capital. So I will get 7 as my profit, which is my balancing figure. If the same thing, if I have to prepare in the vertical format, how will I do it? I will use this format CCD minus AC minus OC is equal to P. So what is my closing capital? My closing capital is 12 and drawings is 2. Closing capital 12, add drawings 2. I get 14 minus additional capital was 1 minus the opening capital that is 6. I will get profit as 7. So C profit is CCD minus AC minus OC is equal to P. Look at the next sum. Try doing it yourself. You can see the screen. If you look over here, the total of your credit is more. That means you're getting a loss. 15 minus 9, your loss is of 6. When I put the format, I will see my closing capital is 4. Drawings is 5. So the total is 9. Additional capital is 2. Opening capital is 13. 9 minus 2 minus 13. I'm getting 6, which is negative. So it's not the profit, it is loss for the year. This is the statement of profit. Okay. Now, they want you to find the drawings. Very easy. Prepare the capital account. Opening capital is 12,000. Closing capital is 13,800. Profit is 3,000. You know your drawings will be on the debit side, which you can find as balancing figure. So it will be 15,000 minus 13,800. So your drawings is 1,200. Come on. What is the amount of its current assets? Company has capital. Draw the statement of financial position in rough. Your liabilities here and assets here. Company has capital of how much? 24,400. Your non-current assets are 16,100. Here you have non-current liabilities and here you have current liabilities. Here you have current assets. Your current liabilities are 4,500 and there are no non-current liabilities. You should know that your total assets is equal to your total liabilities. I have my total liabilities, which is 24,400 plus 4,500. So it is 28,900. Same amount, I will write it because on the asset side, because total assets is equal to total liabilities. From this, when I will deduct my non-current assets, I will get my current assets as 12,800. This format of balance sheet also you should know. They want the net profit during the year. Capital at the end of the year is closing capital. Capital at the beginning is opening drawings and introduces AC, additional capital. So you can do CCD, closing capital, plus drawings, minus opening capital, minus additional capital. What you will get is your profit for the year. So when you do all this calculation, you will get your profit, which should be 6,000. Or alternatively, you can prepare a capital account, closing capital, opening capital, drawings, additional capital. So you will get your profit as balancing figure. You need to pause, do it yourself. Trader's net profit, closing capital plus drawings minus opening capital. CCD, so 27,600 plus 2,400 minus OC minus 24,000. You get profit as 6,000. Try this yourself. Pause and try it. Similarly, you have opening capital, closing capital, drawings. You can pause the video, try the sum, and then again restart. Your answer should be 35,000. Here again, they want you to find out profit or loss. Pause, start. At the end of the financial year, sole trader's records show that his capital has decreased by 5,000. Here they have not given you the opening capital. They have not given you the closing capital, but they have told you that the capital has decreased by 5,000. So say if my opening capital was 20,000, my capital decreased by 5,000. So the closing capital might have become 15,000. So if opening capital was 20,000, closing capital has decreased by 5,000. So this is an imaginary figure that we have used. So closing capital has decreased by 5,000. The drawings was 14,000 and you have to find out the profit or loss. So this is 29,000 minus 20,000. So you have a profit of 9,000. You need to use your logics. Try things yourself. Try this sum. What is the net profit for the year? CCD 21,000 plus 3,000 minus AC minus 8,000 minus OC minus 10,000. OC is what? Opening capital. So you will get your profit for the year. Try this sum. What is the net profit or loss for the year? To find the net profit or loss for the year, you need your capital. Capital at the start and you need your capital at the end. Is the capital given to you? No. Can you find out your capital? Yes. So at the beginning, you will find out with this. At the end, you will find out with this information. Non-current assets plus the current assets will give you total assets. From the total assets, when you subtract your total outside liabilities, you will get your capital. So 13,700 plus 6,000 minus 4,100 will give you opening capital. 11,900 plus 9,500 minus 3,800 minus 4,000 will give you your closing capital. And then you can find out your profit. You have to try this sum yourself. So here we have studied how to find out profit with the help of capital account. Thank you.